Good afternoon. Welcome back to Passionate World Talk Radio Network, a wholly owned subsidiary of Global Media Network LLC. Educate, enlighten, entertain, and let's not forget mindfulness. Good morning. I'm your host, Lillian Cauldwell. And on this episode of Scam DamNation, we are reading a story from The Guardian that was written by Mr. Jones. And his article is How to Protect Yourself from Scams 6 Easy Ways to Stay Safe. And the gentleman's name, is Rupert Jones. And you're probably going to say, but Lillian, we've been over this. And we probably have. But we need to keep on repeating it. Every day, there are new breaches and there are new scams going on. In fact, the latest one now is buying products off of Facebook in the shape of Volkswagen buses, bringing back nostalgia to tempt you to buy a product that doesn't exist. So you pay for it. And when the money clears on the other side by the scammer, not only have you lost your money, but you never get a product. So you're going to hear me repeat all kinds of different ways to protect yourself from not being scammed because everybody seems to have a weakness in their armor to protect themselves from becoming scammed. And whether it's happening on social media, online shopping, or fielding calls, there is plenty you can do to cut your risks. So, there are different ways that fraudsters will try to use to trick you into sharing your financial or personal information. However, they also use pressure to get you to act quickly enough so you're not sitting there pondering to do or not to do. For example, a scammer may phone and call claiming to be from your bank's fraud team and say your account has been compromised and you need to urgently move your money to a safe quote unquote account, which actually belongs to the person who's trying to scam you. According to one website security company, the most commonly used word in phishing emails is the word urgent. The banking trade body, UK Finance, runs an anti fraud campaign called Take Five, which advises consumers to take a moment to stop and think before handing over any money or personal details. It says that, quote, only criminals will try to rush you or panic you. Ask yourself, could it be a fake? Ask someone you trust for a second opinion. Be warned and beware. Barclays recently revealed that across all the different scam types reported by its customers, 75% started on social media and tech platforms. Online shoppers need to be particularly careful, says the Lloyds Bank. Quote, most online shopping scam reports we receive recently relate to things bought through Facebook or Instagram. If the seller is offering expensive goods at cut down prices or has items that are otherwise unavailable, it's a red flag. There's also been a surge in recent years in so called hi mom scams, where fraudsters pose as loved ones on services such as WhatsApp. Someone might get in touch pretending to be a family member and saying they need cash quickly to pay a bill because they've been locked out of their online banking after getting a new phone. Try not to let the fraudsters panic you into action. Check whether the message is genuine by taking time to contact the family member using the number you have for them or via another channel. You can also test the person on the other end of the message by asking a question that only the person they claim to be would know the answer. sort of like the password that kids set up with their parents. So while they're out playing, if a stranger approaches them and says something, the kid can say, and the password is, and most times the scammer won't know what the password is, and the kid runs off. A a fraudulent email appears in your email box. And at first glance, it looks legit, but pay closer attention to it. The address may be slightly different from that of a legitimate person or company. Perhaps a letter or a number or a symbol has been changed. An email or a text from a scammer may also include spelling mistakes or poor grammar because English is often not their first language. Also, be careful about clicking on a link or attachment in an email or text until you're absolutely sure it's legitimate. It could take you to a fake website or contain malware designed to steal your personal and or financial information. Lots of scams start with a phone call to your landline or mobile phone. Might be someone pretending to be from your bank or an official body, or someone trying to get you to buy or invest in something. If you're not expecting a call and can't be 100% certain who you're speaking to, hang up immediately and find the official phone number to call back the company or organization if you want to speak to them. The Charity Age UK also cautions, be aware that scammers can keep your phone line open even after you have hung up. Use a different phone, call someone you know first to check the line is free, or wait at least 10 to 15 minutes between calls to make sure any scammers have hung up. Reminds you of checking yourself out or using an ATM and the malware that they can put in place that can take your routing number, your bank account number, and worse, your password number to get in to access your personal funds. Many phone handsets let you see the number of the person calling before you answer, but scammers are wise. They can disguise their identity by mimicking an official phone number. This is known as number spoofing, and it can also be used to make a false or fake message appear in a chain of genuine text messages from a company or an organization. However, there is some good news to all of this. The telecoms regulator, Ofcom, says phone providers must now block all calls from abroad that falsely display a UK landline number. When it comes to landlines, the consumer group Which has compiled a list of services you can use to block numbers that might be scammers or nuisance calls. One is BT's Call Protect, which automatically diverts calls the company believes to be problematic to customers' junk voicemail boxes. It also lets you compile a personal list of numbers you wish to block, and you can choose to send all your calls from three types of numbers: international, withheld, and unrecognized to your junk voicemail. Call Protect is included with home phone packages at no extra cost, and which reckons it's much better than some BT paid for services such as Choose to Refuse and Anonymous Call Reject, which cost £6.86 and £8.09 a month, respectively. Sky customers can use Sky Talk Shield. It's personalized call screening and blocking service, which is free for Sky Broadband and Sky Talk customers. Talk has a similar service called Call Safe that is also free. For mobile phones, many which are Android devices, have a built-in caller ID and spam call and text message protection. Make sure it's turned on in your phone settings and for any messaging apps you use, and do not answer, call back, or reply to unknown numbers. Legitimate callers will leave a voicemail. On iPhones, turn on silence unknown callers in your phone setting to stop people who are not saved in your contacts from ringing you, and turn on filter unknown senders and message settings to remove text from people you don't know into a separate file and stop links in their messages from working. Consider two, signing up for the telephone preference service, the UK's only official do not call register for landlines and mobile numbers, although some argue it has its limitations. Whatever you do, protect your computer and make sure your desktop or laptop is properly protected. Generally, it's about keeping things up to date and ensuring what device you use is still getting software and security updates, says Samuel Gibbs, the Guardian's consumer technology editor. Quote, as long as you keep a modern device up to date, don't install things from outside the various app stores, keep your browser up to date, and avoid dodgy sites, it will be hard to hack. For Windows 11 PCs, keep your software up to date by regularly using Windows Update and visiting the Microsoft Store for the latest versions of apps. Also, use the update servers and browsers such as Chrome. Ensure the built-in Windows security is turned on for protection against viruses. To open the app, search for it in the Start menu. For Apple devices, keep Mac OS up to date using software update and the App Store for your apps. Mac OS has various built-in security systems that run in the background. In all cases, make sure you have a strong passwords and do not use the same one on more than one account. Two-factor authentication as an extra layer of security. You should turn it on for every service that offers it. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Additional tips to keep you safe and from having your personal and financial information stolen, and more importantly, have your identity stolen. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. You can listen and see this episode of Scam DamNation, Protecting Yourself from Scammers, 6 Easy Ways, by going to our website, passionateworldtalkradio.com. Scroll down to the end of the website till you come to State Current Affairs. Click on it. It will take you to a page where there's a Google link. Click on that, and you'll be taken to where all the videos of podcasts that are done at our station, and you can take a look and keep yourself up to date, or go over to our blog where the audio is posted and you can listen to it and read a short synopsis of what the episode was all about. We want to thank the following businesses for helping us keep the lights on at PWTRN. The Obstacles of Podcasting, a 2-month course, 1 hour, Monday through Friday, interactive, or 45 minutes. The first half is instruction. The second half is to see you sweat and put into practice what you just learned. For somebody who's been doing podcasting for more than 19 years, you'll get a workout, but more importantly, you'll have an opportunity to air the 3 podcasts that you will need to put together and air it to PWTR's over 10 million listening audience. The second company is myflex.ai. Go check it out at http://AIwithlillian.com, and it takes you to a website where you can check out, do a demo, and then invest monthly. AI is now being certified for those people who want to become instructors of AI. There's every kind and type of AI out there. Go with the one that is supreme. Ruby, RUBI.ai. It's a no-brainer. And also by a publishing company in Singapore who will help you write up your memoirs and get them out to the greater world and telling them what it was like in 1940 or 1920 or even what's like in 1990. People can learn from your past experiences. Mindfulness. Let's not forget that. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Have a great remainder of the week, and I'll see you next time. Same place, same time, same podcast host.